Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco might look like the picture-perfect couple. Sweet captions, PDA, proposals. But behind the polished social media posts, there's much more going on than meets the eye. From old comments that rubbed fans the wrong way, to surprising ties to Selena's infamous ex, and some eyebrow-raising moments that have quietly slipped under the radar. This relationship isn't as flawless as it seems. Today, we're breaking down 15 shocking secrets that show Selena and Benny's romance might be a little messier and a lot shadier than they let on. Point number 7 will shock you to the core. 1. Benny shaded Selena publicly. Back in 2020, before they were ever a couple, Benny Blanco publicly shaded Selena Gomez. In an interview, he praised Justin Bieber, saying he loved working with artists who weren't just cookie-cutter pop stars, artists who don't just launch makeup lines and call it a day.
Look, Justin's not one of those like cookie cutter pop artists. Like, they're like, this is my new single and here's my makeup line.
If that sounds oddly specific, it's because it was. Fans immediately clocked it as a thinly veiled dig at Selena, who had just launched Rare Beauty around that time. Fast forward, and now he's dating her, the same person he basically dismissed as not a real artist. Yeah, that's not exactly the fairy tale love story they're selling us online. 2. They were friends for years before dating. Benny and Selena didn't just meet a year ago, they've actually known each other for over 5 years. Benny produced songs for her all the way back in 2019, and the two worked closely in the studio. But here's the thing, at the time, there was zero buzz about any romance. No flirty rumors, no sneaky sightings, nothing. It was all strictly professional, which makes it a little strange how quickly things escalated when they finally did go public. Fans have even questioned if this relationship was spontaneous or something that had been quietly brewing behind the scenes. 3rd, delayed engagement announcement. Reports suggest that Selena and Benny actually got engaged way back in August 2024, but they sat on the news for months. Why? Allegedly, they didn't want to steal the spotlight from Justin Bieber's baby announcement. Yes, that Justin Bieber, the same ex whose name has been tangled with Selena's for over a decade. If they really were in their own perfect bubble, why would they hold back such big news over her ex's life updates? It hints at one thing. Justin still casts a shadow over Selena's world, whether she admits it or not. That delay says there's more going on behind closed doors. 4. Benny was a huge Justin Bieber fan. Before he ever got involved with Selena, Benny Blanco was a huge Justin Bieber fan. Not just a casual fan either. Benny actually worked with Justin on multiple projects. So let's think about that for a second. Here's Benny, Selena's new boyfriend, who spent years collaborating with her ex. It's awkward enough to date someone who's close with your ex, but Benny's professional connection to Justin just adds another layer of tension. How comfortable can Selena really feel when Benny's still in the orbit of the guy who has been a huge part of her past? Seems like a recipe for drama. 5. Selena and Benny started before she made it public. Selena and Benny may have been an item long before they made it public. Some insiders claim the couple had been dating for several months before they ever shared the news with the world. While fans were shocked when the relationship was announced, it seems like there might have been a whole lot more going on behind the scenes. If true, this raises some serious questions. Why the secrecy? Was there a reason they kept it quiet? Or were they just waiting for the right moment? With Selena's history of keeping relationships low-key, it's not hard to believe that she'd want to protect something so personal, but the timing of it all is definitely suspicious. 6. Benny. Using Selena for clout? Before they started dating, Benny was well known in the music industry, but not exactly a household name. He's worked behind the scenes, producing hits for major artists, but outside of the music world, not many people knew who he was. Enter Selena Gomez. Suddenly, he's everywhere. Their relationship has catapulted him into the spotlight in a way that his music never did. Fans are starting to question, was this romance a genuine connection, or was Benny simply looking for a little extra fame? It's a tough pill to swallow when it seems like someone might be using love to boost their public profile. 7. Benny and Justin Bieber used to be close. Benny Blanco and Justin Bieber were once super close. They worked together on tracks like Lonely, and Benny was one of the few who really understood Justin's struggles. But now, with Benny dating Selena, fans can't help but wonder, does Justin feel some type of way? After all, he and Selena shared one of the most public relationships in Hollywood. Now, to see her with someone who's worked so closely with him, that's got to be awkward, right? Fans are speculating that Justin might have mixed feelings about the whole thing, and who could blame him? It's not every day your old collaborator ends up with your ex. 8. Is Selena more into Benny? If you scroll through Selena's Instagram, it's like a love fest. Sweet photos, heart emojis, and constant shoutouts to Benny. She's putting their love story front and center, but if you look at his social media, it's a whole different vibe. He's way more low-key, barely posting about Selena, and when he does, it's not nearly as personal or gushy. Fans are noticing this imbalance and wondering if Selena's all in, while Benny's keeping things a bit more casual. It's always interesting when one person in a relationship seems to be giving a lot more energy than the other, and fans are definitely talking about it. 9. Selena's fans were in denial. When Selena and Benny finally went public, even her most loyal fans were caught off guard. The announcement felt so out of nowhere that a huge chunk of her fanbase didn't even believe it at first. For days, people were convinced it was a joke, a PR stunt, or maybe even Selena trolling the internet. Why? Because there were no hints, no red carpet appearances, no flirty comments, nothing to suggest she'd suddenly end up with Benny Blanco. Some fans even accused her of soft launching him too hard and too fast, skipping all the usual build-up we expect from celeb romances. That instant disbelief says a lot. This relationship wasn't as obvious or organic as they want us to think. 10. Fans divided over Taco Bell proposal. Benny Blanco's proposal to Selena Gomez wasn't exactly what fans expected. Instead of a grand romantic gesture, he popped the question over Taco Bell. Yup, during a fake park picnic set up on a Hollywood soundstage. While some fans thought it was quirky and sweet, a lot of people were not impressed. Words like cheap and stingy started flying, especially considering these two are multimillionaires. Sure, the ring itself was reportedly worth around $400,000, but for many, that didn't balance out the fast food vibe of the moment. Fans started asking, was this low effort or just low-key romantic? 11. Selena's close friends aren't posting about him. In Selena's past relationships, her close friends, think Taylor Swift, Raquel Stevens, and her inner circle, would often show public support. Whether it was a casual like, a comment, or even hanging out as a group, her friends made their presence known. But with Benny Blanco, crickets. Her inner circle has been unusually quiet. No double dates, no shoutouts, no cozy group pics. For a relationship that's being broadcasted so openly by Selena herself, her friends' silence is deafening. Fans are starting to wonder, are they not sold on Benny? Is there quiet tension behind the scenes? It's definitely not the usual Selena friendship energy. 12th, Selena's most public relationship ever. Selena Gomez has dated some high-profile names in the past. We're talking Justin Bieber, The Weeknd. But even then, she kept things pretty private. Paparazzi caught glimpses, but she rarely flaunted her relationships herself. Enter Benny Blanco, and suddenly it's like a whole new Selena. Constant couple posts, gushy interviews, comment sections filled with hearts. She's putting this relationship front and center like never before. Fans who followed her for years are asking, why the sudden change? Is it pure love, or is there something she's trying to prove? When someone flips from ultra-private to ultra-public overnight, it always raises eyebrows. And with her history, people are wondering if this showiness is more about silencing critics than sharing joy. 13. Selena wanted to adopt a child alone. In interviews, Selena openly shared that she was seriously considering adopting a child on her own. She'd made peace with the idea of being single and starting a family solo, something she spoke about with confidence and clarity. Fast forward to her relationship with Benny, and that narrative quietly faded away. It's a huge shift in her personal trajectory, from independent, self-sufficient plans to suddenly diving headfirst into a public romance. Fans have wondered whether this relationship truly aligned with her long-term vision or if compromises were made along the way. Either way, it raises questions about how much Selena's priorities have really changed. 14th, Selena's shift from privacy to openness. For years, Selena Gomez built a reputation around valuing her privacy, keeping her relationships low-key and her personal life guarded. But ever since getting with Benny Blanco, that rulebook has flown out the window. Suddenly, she's posting couple selfies, dropping sweet comments, and even clapping back at fans who question their relationship. It's a complete 180 from the Selena we've known. Fans can't help but wonder, why the sudden need to prove this relationship so publicly? Is it genuine happiness or overcompensation? Either way, when someone who once fiercely protected their boundaries flips the script overnight, it's fair to ask if everything behind the scenes is as picture-perfect as it seems. 15. Benny Blanco's hesitation in wedding planning. Benny's attitude toward wedding planning. Even though they reportedly got engaged in August 2024, Benny has openly admitted that he hasn't figured out much about the big day. The only detail he seems set on, having celebrity chef Jake Cohen make the challah. That's it. Months later, there's still no venue, no date, no clear plans. Sure, some couples like to take their time, but for a relationship they both claim is rock solid, this hesitation feels off. Fans are already whispering about commitment issues or mismatched priorities. And let's be real, if everything's as perfect as they show us, wouldn't there be a little more excitement to lock things in? So, what do you think? Is Selena and Benny's relationship as perfect as it seems, or is there more to the story? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Pop Radar for more juicy celeb gossip. You won't want to miss what's next.